It was in 300 level. Came back from school. When I came home, one elder in our church was so happy that I had come back. She welcomed me. Say, you're welcome. And she did not tell me why she greeted me like that. It was the second day she called me that I should come to the house. When I came into the house, I saw somebody on chains. They chained somebody by the corner. So I walked in. She now said, did I see that person on chain? A lady on chain. I said, yeah, I saw the person. She said, that's her granddaughter. I said, I didn't know. Your granddaughter? Yes. What happened to her? Then they began to uncover secrets. You know I'm from Kogi State. You know that. I know you know that. When the foundation of that land, the Igala land, was set up, there were consultations with the Oba of Benin. Details with her. The woman that was in custody of the altar was 86 years old. At the time, she sent her lieutenants to go out and get in new recruits. It happens to be that this lady that was on chains was one of the recruits that was gotten from that escapade. And all the recruits came. This woman took a liking to the lady and took the lady to the altar and took her into the spirit realm, that this is the one that should succeed her. Meanwhile, she had not been trained. So they said, okay, if you have chosen her and you see that she has the capacity, let us release the first consignment of demons to entertain her, to see if she can survive and handle the weighty matters that are connected to the covenant of the altar. When those little demons were released, she became mad instantly. And those of you that know the distance between Ayangba and Lokoja, she trekked on foot from Ayangba to Lokoja. You know the distance. So it was in Lokoja that they saw her naked, that they called the woman in our church, and she went with people. They chained her up, took her to men of God to help. The more they prayed, the more possessed she became. Because are you with me? See, her own demonic possession was not that they initiated her. Her own is that it's something that is tied to the territory, that is tied to her. Okay. Let's leave that. For now. God will help us. May God open your eyes. May God. The elder now said, I know you are a righteous man. God is with you. Deliver my granddaughter. That was the problem that woman put me in. I was not matured enough. That deliverance I went to do changed my life till today. I need to tell you a story. Because Elijah did not know. Elijah thought he had gotten all the knowledge in light until Jezebel went and consulted the altar and spoke by the name of the gods and cursed herself and said, if by this time tomorrow your head is not like one of the heads of the prophets that you killed, let death come to me. Yes. So you have not heard that kind of curse where somebody curses himself, that if you don't go, let me be cursed. Those kind of witchcraft is not the type they do by your stream. God will help us in Jesus' name. The woman called me and I told her, Mommy, don't worry. This is what we do. This is what we do. We cast out devils. As I was ministering to her, a demon now stood. I see demons. I see them. They're like, some are like monkeys. Most of them are like monkeys. And then some of them are like dogs. And the demons that are responsible for sexual immorality, they're like dogs. If you see them following people in the spirit, it means those ones are very immoral people. And they can't even marry, actually. The ones that the dogs are following. And when you find somebody that 3 dogs are following, 4 dogs, 5 dogs, then you know that that's the beginning of the end. So I see demons. But I've never seen a creature like that which I saw. His head was high into the heavens. And he had the eyes of a cat. Shining eyes. So as I was praying, and I noticed there was somebody close. Only for me to see. His head higher than this, your roof here. And he was just looking at me. I prayed in tongues, hard tongues, prayed. He was just looking at me. Wondering what I was doing. That woman would have left me alone. Pray! He looked. And for about 35 minutes, I sustained that prayer. Then he now spoke to me. I noticed that when he spoke, he didn't open his mouth to speak. He just transmitted the truth through his thoughts, into my thoughts. He said, if we ever catch you, you will not survive. Then he turned back. He said, if we ever catch you, you will not survive. He turned back and left. And the person I was praying for was delivered. They went and shared testimony. Shared that a great preacher, a great prophet, has risen among us. But they never knew the threat that I received. Just like Elijah received a threat. There is no Bible school you go that can train you enough for this threat. I thought I had forgotten the threat until 9 years later. I was posted to Lagos. And, okay, I'm a civil servant, alright? And I work offshore most times when I was in Lagos. And one day I was coming from offshore into the land. And that spirit came back with me. Yes, after 9 years. Before I reached home, the spirit was there. This time, it was even more. What grew, the only thing that changed in the spirit's body was the hand. Before, the hand was normal, like the proportion of a human hand to his body. Alright? But the time I met the spirit, this hand was reaching the ground. It's the 2 hands. And this time, when the spirit stands close to you, your breath will begin to go. So I was working in Lagos. My wife was in Makodi. I left them there. I said, don't be implicated by my conviction. Because the most corrupt place in Nigeria is the oil industry. That's where I work. I can't go into details. Just forget about that. This spirit kept visiting me for 9 months. Now, which Bible school do you go to? They don't know things like that exist. So Elijah was not trained to handle that type. It's very easy to pastor 200 people. The kind of people you pastor. That is it. If you are anointed, you are living a holy life, we are prayerful, the scriptures will be opening, God will be using you to feed them. I'm not talking about pastoring people I'm talking about demons that are fasting to territories. Have you heard of the Prince of Persia before? They are synonymous to territories. Anytime I take a flight out of Lagos and I go outside to preach, it will leave me. But when I fly into Lagos, I will hear a perfume. There's a perfume that it comes with. I know it has come. That was when I will fall on my knees to pray. Because the only way I feel relieved is to pray long. That's why I'm asking, where's your God zone? And it came to pass after 9 months of harassment that I took an invitation to go to Enugu so that I could be relieved for 3 days of the meeting. As they ushered me into the hotel, and the pastor was so happy, he left the hotel. The demon was standing in the hotel. That was the first time it left Lagos to follow me. And I prayed about it for long. God did not answer. Then that day in my spirit, this song began to rise. This song we normally sing. I am delivered. Praise the Lord. I am delivered by His word. Once I was bound by the chains of Satan, I am delivered. I know you know this song. The song came out of my spirit, and I began to sing. And you know what God told me? He said, when I decorate an apostle for territorial mission, I give them weapons. That's what God told me. That was the day I knew that there was an aspect of ministry that was territorial. And you had to be decorated in order for you to carry out territorial missions. And as part of the decorative accessory to equip you for this mission is that God will give you what? Weapons. That was when it occurred to me 3 times. We were praying and a sword fell from heaven. The first time all of us gathered to carry it, we could not carry it, so we left it. Second time, we were praying again, a sword fell from heaven. And in my vision, I saw 3 of us, me, Shala, the other person is not here. We were able to carry it. 3 people. And then the 3rd time, when the sword fell, there was no need for me to carry it. Because it was standing above my head. And I could send it. And it would go. That day, the sword came again. So I sent it. When I sent it, I pray it comes today. Maybe if it comes, we will try it so that you will know what I'm talking about. I pray. Don't worry. I'm praying. I will ask for it. If it comes, I can send it. You will see the impact. When I sent it on that spirit, it took 35 minutes. The same time I prayed in tongues that time, before it fell down. It was falling, but it took 35 minutes to fall. That was the day I was promoted in the spirit to begin territorial ministry. Now, listen. Today, if I pray here, which is in your city, will fall. No, it's not. No, you don't understand. It's an information I'm giving you. I'm just telling you an information that Elijah went to his God zone. Every city I stay, because of work, I raise an altar there. I have a God zone. And I must retire to that place at a certain time. When you begin to do it regularly, it is in one of your God zones that an angel will sleep in. then open your eyes. This is your mundane eyes that it doesn't see. They'll wash it with eye salve, so that you can fellowship with the heavenly. You can come closer in the light and you get flooded. That's when you become wise. There are some more in the territory. When they see you coming, the light, they will know, he has gone beyond the veil. Those ones will pack. There is no need for battle. They will move as long as you're in town. They give you space. When madmen see you, they will not notice any other person, just you. Because they know you have gone beyond the veil. You know the truth.